Welcome to IRG Sports Injury Update. I'm with Shannon O'Kelly, physical therapist and president of IRG Physical and Hand Therapy, and our guest, Dr. Zachary Stanfield, DPM, Doctor of Podiatric Medicine with Ankle and Foot Specialists of Puget Sound.
Dr. Stanfield, thank you so much for joining us. Cairo Sports Injury Update here. Let's talk about Derrick Henry, recently running back for the Tennessee Titans, sustained a Jones fracture. Tell us about a Jones fracture.
The Jones fracture is a fracture of the fifth metatarsal base. It's outside bone, kind of the mid part of your foot. Problem is the blood flow is a little bit tenuous to that area, which means these usually require surgery 100% of the time in a competitive athlete.
Is this a weight-bearing, kind of a twisting injury? What is the mechanism usually of this injury?
Essentially the same thing, kind of weight-bearing, kind of falling on the outside of the foot, inversion of the foot, similar-ish to how you would get a lateral ankle sprain.
And it fractures that metatarsal, and that fracture, like you said, the blood flow there sometimes is tenuous or lacks good blood flow. So a lot of times you do a repair of this. Tell us about that repair.
The surgical repair usually is you put a screw about the size of your little finger right down the intermedullary shaft, which is right down the core of that bone, and it acts like rebar to support the bone under any stresses that you would get later on during the healing process.
And that support kind of prevents what we call a non-union, so you get a good union of the fragments and the fracture heals. What about return to play?
So bone usually heals in about 6 to 8 weeks. So with the screw, it allows you to weight bear a little earlier. Usually return to competitive sports is around anywhere from 7 to 12 weeks.
There you go. Everything you need to know about a Jones fracture. If you want more information regarding foot injuries, you can contact Dr. Stanfield at footankleclinics.com. That's footankleclinics.com.
With over 40 neighborhood clinics around Washington, IRG has you covered. Let IRG be your family's physical therapist. Find the location nearest you at irgpt.com. That's irgpt.com.